Today we're going to be starting a new exciting project which I know you're going to love. Welcome back to the Printable Watch YouTube channel. Now we've built mechanical watches, quartz watches, so what's missing? That's right, a digital watch. Now we're not going to go for a smartwatch. There's a great project already out there by Paul's 3D Prints, I think he's called. I'll link him below or link him on the screen. It's a really good project. He does a great open source smartwatch project. So if you want to check that out, I'd go and see him. What I'm wanting to build is something a bit closer to a Casio digital watch. 7-segment displays, low energy usage, that kind of thing. With this project, I've decided to bring you along for the journey so you can see how I move from concept to finished product and all the ups and downs in between. In this video today, I'm going to be kicking it off with just a bit of a concept, a bit of a brief, and a few initial ideas. And I welcome you to comment below with any ideas or anything you'd like to see in this project, and it'll help me sort of steer and drive the project in the right direction. So what brought me to this project? So I was exploring AliExpress the other day and I came across this. It was a low-cost digital watch kit. You get a case, strap, you have to solder together the components, and you get a working digital watch. So I gave it a go. It was only cheap, so I thought, let's see what this is like. And it arrived, and well, here it is. As you can see, all the components are right. It looks like it'd be kind of fun, but I'm not going to wear this. But it gave me an idea. What if I redesign this, base it on the 3D printed watch platform, and maybe roll out something that you guys can build at home and make the software kind of open source, community led, so we can develop functions, features of the watch, and see how it grows really. Okay, let's get into the design brief. So we want it to be easy to build, affordable, battery life from 6 months to a year, and compatible with a 3D printed case. So let's start in with easy to build. So at the moment I'm thinking of basing the software around the Arduino platform. It's very easy to get set up, there's loads of libraries available, and we can probably get something working fairly quick. I want to stick to this style of 7-segment LCD display because they're readily available, and hopefully this will also bring the cost down. I wanted to hopefully avoid using some kind of RTC chip. This brings down the complexity and cost again, but we may have to resort to this. I'm hoping just to use the Millis function on the Arduino. Now, if you don't know what this is, I'm going to be going into this in a lot more detail when I come to the programming of the device. And finally, to develop a new 3D printed case. Now, I want to keep this kind of similar to the current lineup. I want it to look sort of so it suits the lineup. I don't want some boxy square looking thing. This does want to be a watch that we're going to wear, so it needs to look right. I'm toying with the idea of having the LCD behind a crystal with the electronics kind of exposed. It would look a little bit different, it'd be a bit of a conversation piece, and we can show off the electronics behind it. So I'm currently thinking sort of a round style case with an LCD display behind the standard crystal that we already use on our 3D printed watches. Functionality. We've got two options here. We can make the watch completely watertight. You'd have to open the case to change the time, or we could have two external buttons for functions and time setting. Now, we might even be able to make it so that you can decide when you come to build it, or we might have to just make a design decision on that. But we'll, again, as this project develops, we'll establish what we're going to do there. I'd like to have a secondary kind of display, well, not really display, but a few LED indicators. We'll have a few spare pins on the chip, so I'm going to have a couple of spare LEDs that we could use either as a little light show or more realistically to show what function we're in. I want to talk about functions. Obviously the main thing is going to be displaying the time. I'm hoping to be able to switch into a different function, which might be a different time zone. It might be a stopwatch feature, or it could be something completely random. But to start with, we're just going to have a digital watch face up and running, and we'll go from there. Now, another important thing is going to be to have some kind of header so we can plug in and change the software on this. This is going to be part of the fun. Once you've printed and assembled your watch, we're also going to be able to push other updates to it. Now, we're not talking complicated apps or anything like that, but like I said, the functions I was talking about earlier, as and when they get developed, maybe you want to come up with something yourself, you'll be able to simply plug it into your development software and upload a new bit of software. So that's going to be it for today. If you've made it this far, thank you. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next update. You can also follow me on Instagram, that's where I'm most active. And also don't forget to check out Paul's 3D things. I'll make sure to include the correct link to his Instagram account in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.